Do you feel like your looks attribute to you busting your ass to get into those rooms?
Absolutely, yes.
But that's not all it is.
It's not all it is.
No,
you have to really know your shit, and you have to really study and know the game.
I did sideline reporting for 1 season, but I didn't know the game.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that the quarterback threw the ball. and
Okay,
it went
girl.
right.
She was like, what's a quarterback? Welcome to the brand new season of Listen to Black Women. I'm Lore'l, joined by my beautiful co-host, Jessie Woo. I look at that with Juju.
Yeah.
And Juju, she's just fresh into she's like a superstar and everybody's talking about her.
Yeah.
And then she gets injured.
Yeah.
And I feel like to go to your male coach who's never been through what you've been through versus going to somebody like you who's been in the league, who's been through this path. I
Right.
think you would be more the person that she would want to turn to now. And
I
would
think
you
so.
have wanted that?
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So who did you turn to when?
When I was in the league, or
Yeah, when you were in the league
well,
and now.
I had veteran teammates that were like mentors for me that I turned to, and they like took me under their wings. And that's another thing too that happened with the CBA that they had previously. It marked out the middle pay. You know, now you have the superstars making high dollar, which is great. You want them to make more. But now you can't afford the middle, so now you have a lot of younger players. So now it's a big gap between having experienced players on the team to guide and to help the younger players.
Do you have mentors in this space?
I do have some mentors, and my mentors are literally the ones that work with the agency that I'm signed with, WNBA. They've became the best mentors ever. And you know what's so funny? My mentors are guys. They're not women.
Really?
Yes. And that's another thing that isn't talked about a lot. I think being in this field, you know, it's different. We live in an era where, you know, I hate to say it, influencers, you used to be like, I'm not an influencer, but now influencers are
everybody
respected.
wants to
ESPN
be.
just hired an influencer as a reporter, you know? So that shows you what type of times that we're in. But yeah, a majority of my mentors are men because they want to see me win. I am a black woman. I don't have a polished background. I'm from Memphis. That's a cultured, you know, southern city. And, you know, when people make it, it's normally, you know, they have a polished background coming out of a, you know, PWI or coming out of LA or like a big town. I'm from a small town. But, you know, I had mentors that actually look out for me because, you know, some women in this field, they feel intimidated, you know, 30 or 40-year-old women looking at an 18-year-old woman or a 24-year-old woman, oh, you have it because of your looks. But why does that matter? Because, you know, you're beautiful. And it's like one of those things where when we were talking about Angel Reese, I'm glad that she's a pretty woman who's taking advantage of those opportunities because it used to be a stigma on black women that play in the WNBA, oh, they don't look like women, they look like men. But now that they look like women and they're capitalizing off of it,
Now that's
they're
a problem
still being
too.
backlash. Yeah,
That's a problem too.
Exactly.
Do you, and both of you can speak to this, do you guys often feel like your looks are very important in your space?
I say now, yes. You have to
Now. Why now?
look up to part. Because back then, you know, you just have to, have you ever heard of this saying, it's not what you know, but it's who you know?
Absolutely.
You have to have relationships, and it's like, why would you want somebody to come in and just help you if you're not looking up to part? Like when people come in and say, hey, can you be my mentor? That used to be a thing that was so innocent, but it's like, why do you want me to be your mentor? What have you done and what rooms have you been in where you had to bust your ass for me to actually sit down and help you? Like,
Do you feel like your looks attribute to you busting your ass to get into those rooms?
Absolutely, yes. And I just feel like if I didn't say that, that would just, it wouldn't be telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
it's
not
just-
all it is.
It's not all it is.
No,
You have to know.
Like a cheerleader.
You have to know
Right,
that. Yeah.
right.
But you need to look up to part also.
Yeah.
You
Do you ever feel any pressure to look a certain way, Ty?
No, I mean, growing up for me, my parents always taught me to be well kept, you know, to be polished. Whether when I was younger and I dressed feminine, even now to being a tomboy, I'm always going to be presentable. I'm going to always be well polished. And that's just something that always stuck with me regardless of what room I walk in. In any room I walk in, I'm going to be me. I'm going to wear what I'm comfortable in. And if you don't like it, then so be it. That's not the room for me.
Sorry. What do you think about them adding the tunnel now to the WNBA, where they're actually we're showing the outfits because we know the NBA that has become a big thing, the NFL that's become a big thing, but with the salaries not hitting the same amount of price points, do you think that's really fair for them to like showcase, like maybe some of the players don't want to be walking down the tunnel and showing off their outfit?
Well, when I was playing, they didn't. You know, and they didn't have to. Like you can decline. You don't have to show your fit.
I didn't know that.
But I love it now because that's something we used to have a meeting about. Like the girls was like, no, I don't want to dress up coming to the games. And I was always into fashion, so I did it. You know, like I was one of the ones that was on League Fix early. And now to see the growth, to see them, you know, getting stylists if they need help or being presentable when they come to the games, I love it. And I think they are valuing it now too because it's bringing them more exposure.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean when I say looks matter.
Right.
Because you are, you know, you targeting a different audience. You're targeting people who doesn't watch the WNBA. You have people that doesn't watch the NBA, but they're looking for the looks like, hey, I like this player because they have my favorite pair of shoes on.
Yeah.
Or they wearing this brand that I, you know, want to afford someday.
Or they have a partnership with this brand that I like.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's interacting. And TikTok has been a thing too. I think TikTok has made a lot of people very important.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing about it because TikTok, it doesn't limit your success. It gives everybody an opportunity to get exposure.
Go
I
viral.
see a lot of guys now are even starting to wear the women's basketball sneakers.
Yes. Yeah.
Did y'all think you would ever see something like that a day in your life where they're literally selling out from men buying these sneakers?
Well, it took them long enough to start giving our black women their own shoe. Like, look how long it took them to give Asia her own shoe, and it's selling out.
Those shoes are fire.
Shout out to Reebok.
fire.
They gave Angel her shoe the second year. You know, like so.
And she has the Juicy Couture thing now.
Yeah.
And
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah,
The
you know,
first
two brand
athlete
deals.
the
Yeah.
sponsorships,
Yeah.
the visibility though. What we
Yeah.
talk about, the visibility, the marketing, like
Yeah.
it's working.
It's all good for the league.
Yeah. But what do you think about them focusing on now? I don't know their names, so I'm not. But the married couple that plays for the
Dawana
same team,
and
Dawana.
AT.
AT. So do you think that that's good for the league for them to focus on the fact that they have two people that are on the same team that are married, or do you think that should be their personal business?
Did that happen before or after they got on the same team?
They was on the same team in Connecticut, and now they're on the same team in Phoenix.
But when did they get married?
I don't know when they got married. I don't know, like.
I remember
I'm
they
trying to
getting
say that
into
was
a
the
fight.
whole
They got
marketing
engaged.
scheme. Like,
I
let's
remember
take
them
this
getting
marriage
engaged,
couple
but
right here,
you know
put
that's
them
another
together.
media thing. I don't know, like, where did they
Listen,
get married?
If LeBron
But-
could bring his son, she could bring her wife.
I think it's fire.
Yeah, like-
from a media perspective, it adds something to the story because it's just like, oh, yes, they are dope athletes, but then like also they're together. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother story that you can put out there. So I think it's cool.
And they're not hiding it.
Yeah.
Like they come to the games, you know, dressed in the tunnel,
Right.
you know, wearing their fits, holding hands. So it's not like they're hiding their marriage. Now, if it was something that they wanted to keep private, then I would feel like that would be an issue. But
Yeah.
they're not trying to keep it private.
How do you
so.
think that would be received if it was in the NBA?
Nah, come on now.
Yeah.
I just wonder. Because at one point in time, we
The
wouldn't have been able
NBA
to
ain't there yet.
Right.
And we would
You
love
don't think
we would love
What
for them
about
to
the
be
NFL?
there.
Like,
What about the
Like,
NFL?
let's just be
It's the
honest. We
same.
would love for them to be that, but let's just be honest. Like the NBA, the NFL, they have very, very conservative storylines that they like to push forward.
Yes.
And the athletes be thinking they gonna have their own mind, they're gonna say what they wanna say, but no, you
I mean,
like
this,
we won't
this
see
wasn't
that.
always going for the W either.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
women were hiding their relationships too. Hell, they was hiding the way they was dressing.
Oh, you pointed at yourself out there.
So
No,
who
I
was
never.
hiding?
No, I'm not. I never hid how I dress. I'm saying like
I
some
thought you
women
meant
would dress.
hid you
No.
in a relationship.
No, nobody's hiding me.
Okay. I know that's right.
So I'm talking about like the
We
women
know.
to try to dress more feminine so you don't know that they like women. And now they're becoming more comfortable in who they are and tomboy, however you want to, say.
So has anybody ever come at either one of you ladies about
Oh,
the
Lord.
way you dress?
Oh, I thought you was going somewhere
no,
else.
no, about the way you dress.
I thought she was going. I'm sorry.
Because even
I
if
need
you
to
think
grow
about
up.
it, like with Allen Iverson, he got a lot of blowback even then because they was like, oh, he's dressed like a thug. Has there ever been a time when anybody's come to you like, oh, your dress is a little too short, or Ty, you need to put on something a little more?
The only person that comes at me about the way I dress is my mother.
Ooh, I like that, and my
That's it.
grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
You know, say, you don't have no stockings on.
Oh my
But
God.
what I will say is that nobody, like professional-wise, no. A team, I've never gotten my credentials taken away because I was unprofessional or the way I've dressed. But what I would say is that I feel like a lot of people look at me differently because I attract a certain attention. And, you know, I'd love to have this conversation because I don't know what it is. It's like a woman that has a nice body. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's not, you know, real. You know, just because you have just because you right. I eat my collard greens.
Southern character.
So,
that's crazy. I thought you were gonna go somewhere else. I thought you were gonna. That's crazy that you get that.
doing a lot of
I thought you were gonna go somewhere else to say. I'm sorry.
All day.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere else where you were you gonna say that women or maybe women or men will look at you and be like, why is she here? Like, is she really serious, or is she just here because she's dressed nice and she looks, you know, like a Barbie?
Well, no, I've never been asked that because you can't pretend every room. Like, you can't pretend or fake it. You have to really know your shit, and you have to really, you know, study and know the game. And you can see right through it. You can't pretend to be a reporter, or this isn't a dress up or a runway or New York Fashion Week.
There's too much
You have to
technical.
really
Let me
do
tell you,
it right.
honestly, because I was gonna say, it just I did sideline reporting for one season. I covered colleges in Miami, and I was like, I remember when I got the opportunity, they were like, yeah, do you want to do sideline reporting? I just was thirsty to be on television. Like, I really want to be a reporter too. But in Miami, it wasn't a lot of opportunities unless you were como la flor, okay?
But
It was
let's
very
not give you your
Hispanic.
flowers. You ask really great questions.
No, I do, but I didn't know the game.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that the quarterback threw the ball.
Okay,
and
all right.
I
What was
didn't
you
know
doing
that.
there?
So you wasn't studying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they gave me the thing and I took it.
showing up.
Right?
He was like, what's a
So,
quarterback?
She's
I'm
showing
just
up.
I'm saying that
I thought that
because
was changed.
you're right. Because it's like, you really cannot fake what she does. Like,
Sports journalism
No,
world
you
is
have
Like, I
to
know firsthand.
Yeah, you have to know the difference between a cornerback and a running back. I didn't know. All the dudes was running. I didn't know what was going on.
Everybody got on helmets.
Yeah, like, I did not know. Like, yeah.